I joined a 8-week challenge called the Stand Challenge, and the Stand Challenge is essentially, Stand is the software, a digital company. It's like a digital web store for creators and entrepreneurs, and they partnered with Gary Vaynerchuk to do a Stand Challenge, which is a challenge around building digital products around your brand. And the challenge is to build a product and to sell it within an 8-week time frame. And the challenge starts on October 8th and lasts through 8 weeks, December 12th or something like that. And so I joined because I have been thinking about for quite some time on how to productize what I do as a marketer. And for the last almost 6 years, I've been doing marketing client direct. So I work directly with clients, with me going into the company or the brand and helping them with their marketing strategy, content strategy, creation, distribution, all that kind of good stuff. And so, although that's been really good, it's hard to scale. And when I talk about scale, I do mean scaling revenue, but I also really want to scale my time. And that means more of freeing up more of my time so I could focus on things that matter more to me. And that is spending more time with my family and my wife and my kids. So I have 5 kids, and they're in the ages of 15 to 4. And it's at a really important time where you don't get a lot of this time back, specifically when you have the little ones. They're only this young for so long, and they only get to do certain activities for so long, and then they're off to high school, off to college, and then they sort of become their own person and they want their own time. And part of this is that I don't want to spend more of my time working in exchange for my time, essentially. And I think everyone is trying to figure this out, especially those who kind of work independently like I do and need to take on clients, which is one revenue stream. And so many people have figured this out too, where they're able to productize their things, their offerings, from a service to a product. I haven't figured that out yet, and so that's what this challenge is like, really important for me, and that's what I'm going to do. And so the winners of this challenge, if you are like one of the top 10 earners within this 8-week time frame, you actually get a chance to go to New York City and spend a day or an event with Gary Vaynerchuk and his team to help you with your business. And so that's another really interesting point, because I would love to spend a day with them, not just talking about the digitization of my products, but also what other businesses that can be built as a solopreneur, and maybe beyond that. So that's sort of the challenge. My promise for this challenge is to actually document how it all goes, and because I'm just super interested, because there's probably I would say 2,000 people now that have joined this challenge. So being a top 10 earner is going to be very, very difficult. But they also put another caveat where if you sell at least $555, you would get put into a raffle to be picked to join the challenge. I think they're picking 5. So there's 2 opportunities to do that. As more and more people join the challenge, I've already seen creators and influencers who have, hundreds of thousands of followers. So for me, I don't know. I'm not an influencer. Gary talked about in sort of this first live session we had was there are creator entrepreneurs and there are entrepreneur creators. I think I'm in the space of the entrepreneur creator. I'm not naturally like an influencer. I don't have a ton of followings, but that's really not the point. I think if I find my niche, I find the product that really resonates with a specific problem solving, it's going to happen. I'm not going to take any of my other ideas for businesses on this one because it's too hard. I think the traction to get that is too hard. But I've been wanting to productize a specific service that I've taken to each client in terms of content strategy, creation, and distribution, which I think is super valuable. But I think I need to do it now. In fact, I know I need to do it now because of the tools that are coming out. It could be built. It can be a really cool community because I think marketing in itself is changing so fast with AI, with tools, softwares. Everyone's coming up with something, but you need to cobble it together and strategize it together to execute. And I think that's my forte. That's where I kind of live, and we'll see how it goes. I promised myself I would document as much as I can. I have no excuse. I have from October 8th launch, actually now pre-launch, probably this like 10-12 days, and see how it goes. And hopefully I know I'll get to the 555. That's just a raffle. That's number one goal. And number two goal is to be top 10 earner, it's going to be really interesting to see. I wish they had maybe tiered it where if you're between certain followers, etc., you can earn it. But right now it's not really about followers anymore. So I guess that doesn't make too much sense. But all right, that's the update for today. We'll be back tomorrow.